3, 2, 1.
Ooh! Wait, I clapped and oop. Leave that in. Ooh, baby. This week we have a wild episode. And by wild, I mean it's very shitty. And by shitty, I don't mean bad. I mean we talk about poop.
Scat.
We also talked to one of my favorite drag queens ever, Miss Mother Teresa, all the way from Brooklyn, New York.
This was so fun. Lots of good chats. Lots of sex talk.
So much sex talk.
This is why I like having the uninhibited divas on here, because she really went there.
She really went there. That's from the Rusical. Shady Queens
6.
or whatever it was.
Yeah. This is a great app. So I also tell a very detailed story about an event that I attended, which I think is a good enough payoff. And the whole time we were on the call, Meatball was applying concealer to her face.
And I still am. And I look crazy. I should take it off before I go out today. All right. Enjoy this episode.
Forever Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you slops, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks. Welcome to Big Dipper, Sloppy in Seconds with Meatball and Sloppy in Seconds. This is Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. And
what's
welcome
the
to
show called and who are we, please?
It's called Welcome to My Show, faggots. And
Okay. Meatball has been fully applying what? Highlighter? Concealer? What is that?
It's currently an unreleased kimchi chic concealer. It's called it's a foundation, but I was just using it as a concealer. It's wonderful. I got it at the kimchi chic party. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today we have the one, the only, the most incredible goon queen I've ever met. We have Mother Teresa all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Hello, Mother Teresa.
Hello, Gorge. Hello, beauties.
Thanks for being here.
Oh my God, thanks for having me. I definitely will take the goon queen over the alleged scat queen.
Well, it's not alleged. It's not alleged. Didn't you used to use a toilet seat? Are you not sitting on that toilet seat right now? Oh no.
What are you showing us? This is an audio medium.
This is a tattoo of a toilet on my arm. That was actually drawn on my wall in my apartment by a friend who had passed away. So I was like, we're getting the toilet.
And what is the significance of a toilet for you?
What does that mean to you?
It could mean a lot of things. I truly love eating butt. And I love hole. So a toilet for me equals like rim jobs. It equals like being comfortable, you know. I feel at home when my mouth is like around an anus.
Do you poop in front of sexual partners?
I totally have pooped in front of sexual partners. I am weirdly though like pee shy, which I don't get.
Pee shy but not poop shy.
So you're not a piss queen.
Well, I mean, poop shy too. Have you ever tried to poop for someone? It's like really uncomfortable.
Not for someone.
What do you mean for someone?
Yeah, where would you poop for them?
We were just talking about scat queens. Girl, come on, get with the pro.
We're saying
listen, I have a lot of questions.
We're saying
there's an alleged scat queen here in Los Angeles, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, no, you told me, and I followed her. She's giving scat.
She gives scat, right? You look at her and you're like, she does scat.
Well, like, you know, you can just like look at someone and be like, yeah, they poop.
But can you look at someone and say, that's definitely a piss girl?
This is harder to clock, I think.
I think this is a much harder thing to clock.
Well, no, because what about like the closet piss queens? Because I think the obvious ones are easy to clock. But the ones who like look really straight lace and like have hand sanitizer at the ready, and then all of a sudden they're like, I want to drink all your pee. You're like, I was not expecting that.
I told you about the one time I was backstage at Precinct and someone had just come from like a piss party
Covered
but
in
didn't
piss?
shower, and so they stank like piss. Like they stank like 8 different types of pee, and then we're using all of the drag queens' baby wipes and makeup wipes to get it off. We were like, go to the bathroom, grab a bar towel, and suds.
Why were they in the dressing room? Were they a queen?
They were they were a go-go.
Oh, I feel like that's sort of putting your fetish onto other people without their consent. If you're go-go dancing and you're covered in piss before
Well, he was trying to get it off. I think it was late.
Oh, he was late coming from the piss event,
Yeah.
trying to then get it off to then perform at the go-go event. I understand.
I hate it here.
Let's
I'm sorry.
return
Let's go back to you. So you are you are a performer, a performance artist.
Now let me say, you do that
In
cool
Brooklyn,
thing.
New York.
You do that cool thing where you take all the vowels out of your name on Instagram. And I always thought that your name was like TRSA.
When I was the
Mathrissa?
first moment I was introduced,
TRSA?
the first show that I did, it was Counter Corner in Miami with Miss Toto, believe it or not. And they welcomed me to the stage. It wasn't Toto on the mic, it was Carlo Croqueta and
I love Carlo
and
Croqueta.
Gio. I'll get up on stage, they're like, "Wait, girl, what's your drag name?" And I'm like, they like knew how it was spelled, so they were like, "Murder TRSA," and I was like, "Fuck." Honestly, fuck. No, but I love the
You're like, you got the third part right. Sorry.
I love the no vowel. I love the like, it's kind of like a mock on like pretentious DJs and or musicians. Like,
Word.
I'm not saying they are pretentious, but like Starfucker or Subtract or Tonight is also a really good DJ duo. But I pulled inspo from there when I decided to actually give a spelling to the name.
And did you have any other drag names before you landed on Mother Teresa?
No, unfortunately not. I was just gonna go by my like actual name as a performer, Dylan Thomas. Like I was pretty set on that. But I in high school was giving unsolicited anal advice to a bunch of like freshman gays who were in my theater department. And
what do you
one
mean
of them,
unsolicited?
Wait, unsolicited.
You go,
I mean,
okay, everyone
we
listen
were-
at the school assembly.
You know, we were supposed to be practicing a Chicago number, and it ended up me just being like, all right, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna stick that Zephyr Hills water bottle up your little boy hole and squirt that water up and clean everything you got in there, because Miss Thing, you are going to want to be clean for this. And I literally just went into like a full like anal advice. Meanwhile, I've only bottomed probably at this moment like once or twice, and the rest of it was just like on my own.
But you were like, if you're gonna
what?
pop six squish on Cicero lip shits, you're gonna need to be clean.
You were like, listen, bottoms, if you want to kick these high kicks,
Literally.
that asshole better be empty.
And
So
literally.
Okay.
So
I
one of
always
them,
thought you started drag in Brooklyn, but you started in Miami?
I did, yeah.
Very
I was
Will
driving
Smith
an
of
hour.
you.
I was driving an hour out of in Florida to go to Miami. I was living with my family. I would get into drag and drive an hour with a Four Loko in one hand and my steering wheel in the other. Terrible.
That's
Cruise
drinking
and
and driving.
booze.
What are you doing?
Staying
we
awake.
can actually blame Rubber Child and Lisa Limbaugh for that one, because they had a party in South Beach on Sundays. It was called like Electric Sheep or something. I don't even know. And it was at Score. It was so heinous, but like all the girls like showed up for it, always in looks. So I was like 19 or 20 at the time. So I was just like putting really bad makeup on myself and then using a fake ID of my drug dealer at the time who looked nothing like me. So it was just like
What is happening?
it really worked. It really worked. Living in Florida was like probably a very bad mistake.
Why? Wait, but where are you originally from? Florida?
From Florida, I had no choice.
Okay. That's so fun. Okay, so you go all the way back to Rubber and Lisa, and they were the original Piss Queens. Wasn't that they were the House of Piss?
Of Piss.
Yeah.
Yes, God.
House of
Or
Piss.
maybe they might have been Church of Piss.
What's that song? House of Love?
Was it Church of Piss?
Maybe it was Church of Piss. I don't know.
I don't know, but I knew Miss Rubber like even before she was a drag performer, and she was a makeup artist working at a Mac counter in Macy's in the same mall that I was working at Forever 21, and I would see her and her fucking lips pump into the store, and I would always be like, who is this fucking faggot? And later on, truth be told, I ended up realizing that she was a booked queen, and I was pumping to her gigs every Sunday.
Wow.
Love.
What made you like start performing in drag? Just going and seeing those shows with them?
You wanted the attention.
You needed you said I'm done just showing up with a fake ID.
Honestly, I like I said, came from like a theater background, so I was like I was bound to end up performing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy like the way I did was pretty organically.
Well,
Well,
we love an organic queen.
especially a shitty
love
one.
it.
So then
GHB.
you decide to move to Brooklyn from Miami. You're already performing. You're a bearded doll. What made you choose Brooklyn over
the beard?
anywhere else?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was like studying Brooklyn drag. Like when I was in Miami, I already knew about like bath salts. I already knew like I was watching like now
bath salts was a party thrown by Macy.
Yeah, Macy.
Yeah,
Rodman.
Macy Rodman, and I think someone else, and it was at this like
Was it
shitty Mexican restaurant, I think.
Don Julio.
And it made
I think it was Mame.
It made no
was
sense.
It Mame?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, because weren't they roommates at the time?
Oh yeah.
Nana's chronicling. What's the word? Chronicling. People we don't know.
So I was like basing like what I thought good drag was honestly off of like these YouTube videos, because I was already watching like, you know, performers, queens who were on RuPaul's Frack Race, but I also was like kind of storming into these like little like YouTube accounts. Chris of Her had a show called Dudes at Macri Park, and I would catch all the videos that they put online. That's like where I first saw Sasha Velour perform, like on those videos, and I was like, "Who is this?"
It
girl
is
in
really
this tiny
cool.
shitty bar.
You are a studier of Brooklyn drag. You know,
It is really
I
cool
just
in the digital age that like it's not just about the people who are at the 4 bars that you can drive to, but it is like you can be inspired by a scene in another city and then go and connect with that scene.
Oh yeah.
No, what is it about Brooklyn drag? Because it's Brooklyn drag and chick. Let's go to break.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50off and use code sloppyseconds50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly.
Shop.
Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And we're back. Oh, what a break.
You nailed that one.
So my favorite cities for drag, and I've said it numerous times, are Chicago and Brooklyn. What do you think it is about Brooklyn drag that's so different from everywhere else? You're in the scene, so you can probably tell me more about it than just my opinions.
That is a good question. Honestly, I think almost in every city you see kind of this division in the sense of, like, dare I say, polished performers who some are good, some maybe aren't, but they just have a name and a title for themselves and they're navigating through, you know, the queer scene easily. And then we have like the downtowners, the hairy girls, the non-conventional drag performers, who obviously I as a non-conventional drag performer kind of am attracted, and I move towards that kind of scene. I think that obviously is what I found interest in Brooklyn. I mean, also in Miami, there was a downtown scene that was like slowly occurring. Like there was raves happening, warehouse parties, drag shows were integrated into these rave and like queer parties. In South Beach, you'll find a bitch in a $600 wig in a full sequin bodysuit jumping into a split off of a bus. In downtown, you'll find a hairy
which
queen.
is incredible.
That's
incredible.
Yeah, that's beyond, because I love watching those videos of that brunch.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't love like a palace brunch? But also at the same time, like I don't think as at the time when I was bearded, I mean, I don't even think I would be booked there now. But I just personally don't think like that would be, you know, the people who would be booking me, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So there was always like a secret division, and obviously there is a division here in New York where it's like the Manhattan girls and the Brooklyn kids who are just like work.
We just had Tina Burner on, and she was talking about working like 9 days a week in Manhattan, and like she would go to Brooklyn if she had the opportunity or something. What do you think that there's no crossover because it's a distance to ride the train, or because they're just not interested in having fun?
I think that there is a crossover.
Which one is the they, Meatball?
The they is the Manhattan queens not coming to perform in Brooklyn.
I would say there totally is a crossover, obviously.
Name
like,
3.
It's not like we don't see like Brooklyn performers have shows in Manhattan. For an example, Neon Calypso is always in fucking Manhattan. Esa Noche has a brunch at the Standard in Manhattan.
Yeah, I love
I don't fucking know. The Q also is now like a thing, and like a bunch of Brooklyn girls stormed there. Did you enjoy yourself?
It's very tall and it was very warm, and I had one cocktail and I ran into Marty Gold Cummings and then I left.
Those stairs, I feel like Frankie is just waiting. Like there are going to be so many injuries on those stairs. Like that
it was
treacherous.
And okay, so the Q is in like Midtown.
Right.
It's like basically Times Square, and I think it was like 4 stories tall. And there's not an elevator. Well, I didn't see an elevator. There's stairs. You just have to like walk upstairs all 4 stories. So drunk people are going to fall, because I used to fall downstairs at therapy all the time.
Not therapy.
Yeah, Mama, I used to be that girl.
Yeah, Meatball
you didn't start drag. You didn't start drag until you moved out of New York.
Correct. And I saw a couple drag shows, but it was Manhattan drag. I didn't know Brooklyn drag existed.
Okay. Is that why you're like such a polished queen?
Do you think I'm a polished queen? I consider myself to be like a little bit dirty, a little nasty, a little punk.
Too dirty to clean your act up.
You're so polished, babe.
I am no. What?
Yeah, says
Whatever.
who?
Sorry, says who? First of all, you're the one who just shaved your face and became a woman.
Yeah. So what prompted that? What prompted?
And you shaved your head. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Do you shave your Bucci cat?
Is that what you say to people on Growler?
No, Bucci cat.
Yo, Bucci cat.
Come get this Bucci cat. So wait, what made you decide to become a human hair, full-bodied breastplate woman?
So, Irregular Girl, I'm Irregular Girl from Chicago, had
I love Irregular
Sophie tribute show. And I signed myself up for it. It was a fundraiser show. And for the project, because it was online, so we were just submitting videos. So I had submitted a video where I had a mental breakdown, shaved my brows, shaved my beard, bleached the hair, even though it was like fake. And I had like a Marry the Night music video moment where she just has a mental breakdown. Essentially, that's what I did. And it kind of stuck. I ended up like editing these videos and being like, fuck. Like, I don't know if I can go back now. I'm literally a binary drag queen. Like, what happened to me? Like, I hate it. And then slowly but surely, I started to like, you know, obviously the heels had to come off, like huge back pain, huge back issue. I was like, we can't be doing this kind of drag that is like sending me into the floor. So I started like doing the binary from like the knees up. You know what I mean? And then just like
the Brooklyn girls don't wear well, they love to wear a flat.
Yeah. Also, just like another reason, like why bookings would be weird for me in certain spaces, because, you know, obviously certain people will look at a drag queen like me and be like, love the look, but like, why are you in a pair of sneakers? And I'm like, love the look. Obviously, you didn't catch that these are designer sneakers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She said,
okay. She got
"Can
the
you spell
designer.
Balenciaga?"
I mean, we have to. If you're gonna wear a sneaker, you have to be like cute. You have to pull it off.
So you've taken into account the sneaker game.
Oh my god, absolutely! I am definitely a hype beast.
You got the beast part right. Now, have you found that it's
Shading
lost?
the dolls. Shading the dolls.
We're all being the digital delay is losing the charm.
Just
How
call
about,
me a
how
break.
about we go to a break? Let's run to a break.
I have to tell you a story about why my hands hurt.
About clapping your hands. Oh, wait, right. And you, Mother Teresa's the perfect I almost called you Dylan. The perfect person to tell the story to.
Yes. So we were talking about drag. I made a shady comment to you about your beard, but the next thing I was going to ask
Called
you
her a
was...
beast. You called her a beast.
Just call me a brick, Dipper. Just call me a brick.
No, because here's the thing. You said it. When you shave the beard off, you're giving a different type of fantasy.
For sure.
Are you catching all the flies with honey? What do they call it?
You fucking drag.
Your bussy getting blown out?
She's the strict top.
Yeah, I actually have had less of a hookup, like regular situation since shaving the beard, and I don't know if it's because of that or if it's just because I've just been like really wrapped up and busy in things and masturbating a lot with people on Skype.
And COVID.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna get to gooning. Hold on. Let me ask a question, Dipper.
I wasn't trying to interrupt you. It's your fucking internet.
Do you think that maybe it's the no eyebrows, no beard combo?
It is definitely the no eyebrows, no beard combo. It's also, I mean, not trying to shade everyone in New York City, but the gays here are fucking trash. And everyone's expectations are just like through the roof. And if you're not like some able-bodied, cisgendered, muscular person, then I don't really know why you're even existing.
Fuck. I love that you said
drag the dolls.
You said
even
not
the bears,
to shade
even the bears
all
here
of
are
New
fucking
York City.
trash.
Wait,
Literally,
tell us
even,
about
like,
the bears in New York.
Trash.
Tell us about the eagle.
Trash.
Why? What did they do?
I have moments where like I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, like I'm gonna make it very clear that I'm like non-binary, femme adjacent, femme whatever the fuck you want to call it on my Growler profile. No, it's not even about the he him. I've honestly given up on that. Like I'm just, it obviously when you admit to being a drag queen or admit to kind of practicing some kind of like femme expression, then all of a sudden like their interest is gone for you, whether you like to admit it or not. Like the like femme phobia specifically in the bear community is like absolutely outrageous. And I have moments where like I'll do that and then I'll obviously spiral and then put a photo of myself back up with facial hair. Like I'll let it grow out, take the photo, be like, I'm cunt. And then like someone who's ignored me for years in the same fucking borough literally has the nerve to be like, woof, what's up? And I'm like, oh, fuck off.
It's really...
Now, I did recently see that you sucked a man off or he sucked you off and then ignored you on the subway platform.
Wait, what?
I mean, welcome to New York, babe. How many times has that happened? Jesus
In the words
Christ.
of Taylor Swift, welcome to New York.
That's actually what her song was about. She sucked a guy off. No one
opens the door.
The door
for a native New Yorker.
I will say, though, from a personal standpoint, I have seen people without facial hair and not been attracted to them. And then when they grew a beard, I was attracted to them. So there is something to that. That doesn't mean I completely ignored them when they didn't have facial hair. But how do you get around that idea. Do you know what I'm saying?
You don't, and I'm still dealing with internalized transphobia because of it. Thank you so much.
Fuck. That's not what I was trying to say, but do either of you...
You're a transphobe now, Dipper.
Just slap the labels on me. Here we go. But do either of you have things like that on people? Like if someone gets... For me also, it's like if someone gets
for me, it's a mustache. If a man has a mustache, he's immediately more attractive to me.
Right. To me, I'm like, if someone gets too skinny...
Don't get... Oh, yeah.
They sort of cross
too thin, I'm out.
They cross the borderline, and I'm like, oh, your COVID weight was cute, but now you're like back to how you were before. I'm not interested. And I just can't help it. But can I? That's the real question.
My type is like honestly all over the place. And also I'm really weird with like specific body parts. Like you could be the ugliest person in the world, but baby, your feet.
Oh,
or like, you're
a foot queen too.
I'm everything queen, and like I will also like see like a dad. He's like in his like mid 50s, and he has like a ball belly, but like his booty in these like cargo shorts with 12 pockets, bitch.
It's the S shape.
So you're looking for a
me.
Flat dad booty or a big dad booty?
No, it's the
big
S
dad
shape
booty
from the profile.
Yes!
Their ball gut and then their ass. If that makes an S.
See, now that's all. You guys are asking for a hard combo because you don't often see that. You see ball belly, no booty,
you
or
see
big
it,
booty,
you
no
see
belly.
it on straight men all the time who just randomly have cake and then eat too much cake, and that gives you that perfect S shape, right?
For no reason.
For no reason. They're like limping. It's not like they like work out all the time. They're just sort of making their way through life and somehow have this beautiful S shape from the side.
Also, really into shorties, which
I love a short man.
Yes, like fully obsessed, like on my knees for a short person. Absolutely.
Now, where are you doing most of your New York City cruising pre-COVID? Where were you hitting it up?
I was
the spots.
I was a resident at the Marriott on 49th in Lexington.
Okay, where?
The businessman special.
Was posting about this online because this experience that I had in the bathroom was like honestly bananas. And when I started to post about it, I realized that it was a hot spot and all the kids have been going there apparently to suck dick under the stall.
I can't do that under the stall mess
because
my body doesn't work like that. I don't have that kind of flexibility. That's low to the
if
ground.
Someone comes in, they're gonna see you. They're gonna see you scrambling to get up.
So in the Marriott, in this bathroom specifically, there's 3 stalls and you can't see in them. You can only see in them if you're in one of the stalls. So like anyone in the bathroom can't really see you, which is why I was able to straddle my body across all 3 stalls, eat ass in one of the stalls, get my dick sucked in the middle stall, and have my feet dangling in the other stall, which was my stall.
So at some point you had to crawl through one stall to get to the last one.
Correct, Your Honor.
Wait, I want to hear a little bit more about this banana story.
I was talking to some guy who just was like, meet me here. And I'm like, are you sure about that? And he's like, yes, I cruise here all the time. And so I really didn't question it. And I met up with him, and we met there like 3 or 4 times before we were like interrupted. So I would say on the 4th time I got there and there was 3 people already in the stalls, and I was texting my trade like, hello, like what are y'all doing in there? He's like, oh, I have someone in here already. LOL, we're having fun. Like, give me 5 minutes. I'm like, bitch. So I'm waiting outside of the bathroom. Some boy leaves. I go into the bathroom. There is another boy on the other side filming his erect dick popping out of the stall as my trade that I came there to meet is in the middle stall, and he is jerking him off and sucking him off. Meanwhile, I have my pants to my ankles and I keep looking under, like, literally what is happening. All of a sudden, my stall door opens because I guess I did not fucking lock it, and this CEO man is staring at me with my pants under my ankles, and I'm like literally on the floor trying to get my dick sucked, and I'm appalled. And he's like, I close the door, I get my shit together, I leave, I text my guy, and I'm like, this is too hot in here, and he's like,
the block is hot.
He's like,
he's joining.
And I'm like, this is not happening. The boy in the other stall leaves. I replace him. I go into that stall. I am looking under the stall, and I now make eye contact across 3 stalls. I make eye contact with the man that just opened my stall door. Fast forward, I'm sprawled out on the floor of all 3 stalls.
The floor of a bathroom of a hotel in New York City.
This man who just interrupted me is now squatting over my face. He like had put his briefcase down. He like took his loafers off. He like is fully squatting.
He really made himself at home.
As the guy who I came here to meet has no idea what's going on other than he sees my head like out into the other stall. And so he's just like sucking me off in the middle stall. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then the CEO man gets up, hands me his phone, and he goes, give me your email. And I give him some burner account email, and we've been emailing ever since. And I've yet to like meet up with him again. And it's been like 2 it's been like 2 years. My love, he had a gorgeous dick. It was massive for no reason. He is married. He has kids. And he has a sweaty butthole that tasted delicious.
Well, you heard it.
I just wonder
first,
why when he opened it first, he didn't just say like, "All right, I'm coming in." He like made you leave, or you left on your own accord.
Well, yeah,
well,
I left on my own.
I see how you got spooked, and he probably wasn't for sure if you were there for that or whatever.
No,
he must have been for sure. He was squatting.
That was later. Squatting.
Also, if you feel like Dipper's winking at you, he's just got a terrible sty on his eye. He's been doing it the whole time, and we never explained it. He can't see out of one of his eyes right now.
I've got all this goop in there.
You think he's flirting?
Antibiotic goop in my left eye.
Were you eating dirty butt and got a sty?
No, but he was... No, we'll talk about it later.
No, we're going to talk about it now, right?
He was at a wild spanking party.
I
think he maybe spanked some people a little hard and got a little toot toot and the beep beep. You know what I mean? There you go.
Toot toot, beep beep, and they got a sty. No, here's the thing. It's not pink eye. I went to the urgent care. They said it's not pink eye. It's just a sty. I also, for the first time in, I don't know, years, had makeup on my eye last week for a cameo in a video shoot, and I don't know that I cleaned properly afterwards because I'm just not used to that.
I don't know if they cleaned those brushes.
It was a new mascara wand. I saw him take it out of the plastic. So, but whatever it is a sty, but it is already like draining. But yeah, so that's what I've been, because the medication, you apply it like eyeliner, but it's like a goopy antibiotic gel, and then it just stays on your eye, so it like blurs your vision all day long. You just feel like you have goop in your eye.
You've had goop in your eye, huh, Mother Teresa? What are your other public sex stories?
Can I tell the spanking story?
Yeah, get to it.
People.
Where does one have a spanking party?
I found out about a spanking party. It's a monthly event that happens in Los Angeles.
Did you find out on Scruffies?
No, Scruffies? That's not a thing.
Sniffies?
Are you thinking about Sniffies? Or Scruff? Mother Teresa
trying on jewelry, walking around.
She's putting a wig on.
She had to move. She's got to put a wig on.
A little hat on. Meatball is applying concealer, and I'm winking a goopy eye.
I got a busy day. I want to look fresh and throaty.
So I heard about this party, and I have spanked 1 or 2 people before. I told this story on the podcast a long time ago. I did a role play scene with a guy who wanted me to like reprimand him for like sneaking into my office and looking at files or showing up late to work or like come up with some scenario. And then I stayed fully clothed. He sat across my lap. I spanked him with a wooden spoon. I broke the spoon in half on his ass. And then he came in my lap while I was spanking him. So that had been my previous spanking experience. And I found out that there was a spanking party in LA. And so I went to it this weekend. And when I tell you, this was one of the most unique and incredible experiences that I've ever had. They're very explicitly in the invite. It says there's no sexual activity allowed at the party that isn't directly related to spanking. There can be no fucking. There can be no sucking. There can be no it's like only if you are spanking or being spanked do they want that to be sexual. They're like, please don't jerk each other off. We only if that's like a part of the spanking procedure or process or whatever. And so everyone was fully clothed.
Mother Teresa just took a hit of poppers. She's getting into this story.
She's about to goon hard.
I'm jerking off.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wait, we gotta talk about gooning after this.
We'll talk about the final segment will be about gooning. Everyone who was there was in a mask. Everyone was fully clothed. And the most interesting thing, because there was a part of it, you had to show your vaccine, you had to wear a mask the whole time while you were there. And everyone was fully clothed, and people would get fully naked when it was time to receive a spanking, and then they would get fully dressed again. We were at this sex club that had like a long corridor with different rooms. So one room was like a school, one room was a medical room, one room was a jail, and then a couple of the other rooms just had like fuck benches and like crosses to string people up on.
Jail?
There were rigs in the ceiling.
Prison, honey.
Prison, honey. I like that wig. There were rigs in the ceiling to like rig up like slings on like mechanical chains to like move them around.
Girl, let's go.
So let's go. And
she's
then
hard as rock.
And then the sweetie meme. It's like when you hear about a spanking party in LA
Let's
and
go.
then the sweetie meme. Let's go. So oh, that's a rubber child wig. That's what that looks like. Oh, she wears it backwards.
That looks like it stays wet.
It does. It has like mold in it at this point.
Yeah. So when I walk in, when you walk in, you get a little sticker, and the sticker means top, bottom, switch, or voyeur. Just looking. So you can go and just watch.
How much is it to do this?
$15.
Okay.
$20.
And how long?
Like that.
And how long are you there for?
The party was 5 hours. I was there for about 90 minutes, I would say.
5 hours.
5
And
hours.
they have refreshments.
I was there for 6. I got
out
there
on
early.
I waited in my car. Out on the
Out
patio.
on the lanai.
You could out on the patio. You could do chips. There were sodas. They had little
I
snacks.
wouldn't have had any of that. I don't eat snacks if ass is out.
Okay.
Wait, so was anyone able to come at said event? Like you said that this man came basically hands free.
Anyway, get to the part where you hurt. You were slapping so hard you hurt.
Okay,
yourself.
so I'm getting there. So the other accessory, the other trend alert, if you will, was everyone had a lot of the men had their little bag. And so one of them was like a sports bag, like a gym bag. One was a briefcase. One man in particular had just like an oversized white hefty trash bag. But they all brought their spanking accoutrement. So one guy had just like dowel rods. Other people had belts, paddles. Like they all had different things that they used. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of props. Like this is a prop heavy experience. But also I learned why. Because some guy came up to me and was like, hey, I haven't seen you here before. And I was like, yeah, I know. This is my first time. He was like, well, have you played with anyone yet? And I'm like, no. And he was like, well, do you want to find a room? And I was like, let's do it. I took this man into the medical room. There was no role play involved. He dropped his pants. I spanked him in his jeans and then his underwear and then his bare ass. And when I tell you I spanked the ever-loving shit out of this man, my hand was swollen and bright red. This was on Saturday. Today is what, Tuesday? Only today does my hand feel normal again. It was, I spanked him so hard and he was in true and utter ecstasy. And I kept checking in with him and he was like, this is incredible. This is all I want. This is so fantastic. He was like, I can't believe you've never been to one of these before. And I'm going ham on his ass, right? It was really good, sort of connected, like good experience. And afterwards, I had to go I found the kitchen, which was kind of off limits. And I went into the freezer and I found ice and I made like a little ice pack for my hand because
so now you're just walking around people's houses?
It was a sex club. It was like
Now
the break room
around.
at an
what
office.
What kind of sex club has a kitchen?
Well, one that's like a break room. There's like there was a coffee machine and a dishwasher and for food. But I I had to ice my hand, and then I
That
overheard.
was just another fantasy room.
There was like a break room.
Set up
the
like a break
fantasy
room.
of like just a regular break room in an office.
Yeah, I'm
But-
gonna spank you with frozen peas.
Yeah, exactly.
Aw.
And then I overheard him in the corner. This was a real ego boost and something I needed this weekend. I was like walking down the corridor because all the room doors are open. No one closes the door,
Mhm.
so everyone can sort of watch what other people are doing. And there was like a little break area at the end, and I overheard him sort of. He was like, I don't know. I'd never seen him before. He took me in that room. I got to tell you, I'm still on cloud 9. It was so good. He was like singing my praises to other people, and you wear a name tag. So they like say your name. He was like, oh yeah, this is his name.
What's
He's
your
wearing
fake
a
name? What's
blue
your fake
shirt.
name at the club?
I use my real name. Yes. And so he was like it was like a Yelp review. He was like recommending people to get spanked. And I walked in and he was like, "Oh, here he is right now." And I like held up my hand and I was like, "I'm tapped out for the day. I'm sorry."
He would have
You
been
should've
like,
went
"You
to
got
the
another
kitchen.
hand."
You should have went to the kitchen and
Yeah,
grabbed.
but
a
my left
spoon.
I have my wrist injury. I'm
No, he
broken.
has used a spoon before, and he broke a spoon over someone's butt.
So the interesting thing, my takeaway from this party is that the soundscape was incredible. Because there wasn't any music playing,
Yeah, we're both looking at you like you crazy.
and there wasn't a lot of talking. And so if you were just like walking in the corridor, you would hear like, and then if there were like multiple people getting spanked, it was like, it sounded almost like a round of applause. And then you would hear people get really excited, and then it would be like, and it would like build up and get faster. And then there would even be rhythms that were like two-handed. Like,
And you know, that's how you know he's a real rapper, because he can hear a rhythm in anything. You know what I mean? He hears it and he's like, that's $1 million song right there.
yeah, like any of my songs.
Such an
ever.
inspiration.
What
$1
an
million songs.
inspiration.
But let me tell you, it was like an amazing experience. I told my trainer about it today when we were working out, and he was like, I'll go with you next time and watch.
So you'll let
Let's
your
go.
trainer go. So you'll let your trainer go.
Okay, so
now I'm too much for your trainer, but you get to talk to him about fucking slapping ass in a sex club, but I can't go work out with y'all. That makes sense.
I'm bringing
wait,
Donnell to
is
work
that
out.
true?
Yeah, he won't let me work out with his trainer. He says I'd be too much.
Too much. You know, he's too much energy. Meatball, do you want? I can
Also,
talk to
Dipper.
him.
That's fine. Also, Dipper goes on hikes with some old daddy porn star and then tried to convince me that he didn't suck his dick. I know he's lying.
I haven't sucked his dick.
Lies.
You know
Anyway,
what, Meatball? You know what,
when
Meatball?
we come back from this,
I'm always the friend who is like, oh, maybe we should invite her because she, like, you know, is a lot sometimes. So for that, I say, Big Dipper, you should be ashamed of yourself. And
should be.
Meatball would be a fabulous person to work out with, even though you know she's just going to sweat in the corner and disassociate.
and on that, we'll go to break.
We are back, and the question of the hour is:
What
do
is
you know?
gooning?
Oh yeah, what is gooning? But also, do you know Wicked?
Oh, do you know Wicked?
And if you could do the Elphaba riff
'Cause you
while
were
you
a
were
theater
gooning, what would it sound
And I'm
like?
sure it was pretty popular around the time that you were in musical theater stuff.
It would be like, penis.
Cock and balls.
Fuck yeah! Right?
The way the audio just like it was
it
too
just
much. That
cut
it just
out.
like wow. I'll send you my Skype name after this, babe.
So gooning only happens on Skype. It's not a
Not
Zoom
only.
Yeah, why
crowd.
don't you do it on Zoom?
There are Zoom. There's a lot of Zoom chats, Zoom links that are given throughout the day.
Can I try to give a definition of what gooning is, and then you correct me if it's wrong?
Oh my god, yeah, let's do it.
So it's when two people jerk. Well, I guess it doesn't need to be two people. It's just someone just jerks off their dick, but doesn't come for. It's like edging, but even longer, and you just talk about your dick and you make weird faces.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, obviously, there's more of like a professional way to word that. You know,
Let me
like
look it up.
An overexpressive, a primal role play in the sense that you are edging for what should be ours, and hitting poppers, tongue out, drooling, eyes backwards, etc., etc.
Is that like popper baiting?
Yeah.
And
I feel like popper baiting definitely is in the same family of gooning. A lot of people think that they need poppers in order to goon, but if you're an actress like myself, you can just like whip it out at any time.
So you're not. So you're not
Meatball?
feeling the.
You got a face full of concealer on.
You're not
Ready to
feeling
ask
the
question.
ecstasy and like actually doing it. You're just pretending that you're gooning.
No, I definitely am pleasuring myself for sure, and exposing myself for sure. But a lot of people from, the few months that I've been doing this, I've noticed that a lot of people seem to have a difficult time like letting loose. Like the thing about gooning is that you are like not holding anything back, essentially.
And what kind of look do you serve when you're gooning?
Can you goon for us right now?
I actually just wrote a piece for my zine that I came out with called Sisterhood of the Traveling Breastplate. And in it states that after this like popper bait session that I had on Zoom, I am disassociating, staring at my human wigs and breastplate across the room that were like thrown on the floor from a gig the night before. And I just was like basically expressing how I was thinking in that moment about how I would never hop onto the Zoom call in a human unit or with long earrings, or even with nails for that matter. I've been like literally removed from bait room situations like because I had long acrylic nails on, which I didn't think would be necessarily an issue until
I
someone
feel
was
like people would be into it.
Someone was like, bro, what the fuck? And literally removed me from the Zoom call. And I was like, I guess they didn't like the color.
Yeah. Was it a nude oval tip or what? Was it an active leg? Coffin?
My lovely coworker decided to describe it as the Peter Griffin nail. When Peter Griffin has long raspberry red nails and is like on the computer.
Yes, raspberry red.
That was the reference that they said. And after that, I removed the nails immediately. Girl, Peter Griffin, are you fucking kidding me?
But her nails are lit in that one moment.
Yeah, those are great nails. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, her nails are great. Yeah.
So, we had a person on the show, I don't know, 6 months ago now, named Will Tantra, Daddy Tantra. And he makes porn and does like tantric sex practices, and he's really into gooning.
Loves a good goon.
That sounds so familiar.
You might know his tweeter.
Yeah, he talks about like jerking off for an hour every night as like self-care, like to make time for yourself and play with your dick and like pray to your penis and like all of that. So he's really into gooning.
I do find like a little weird scenarios for sure in like the online bait scene. Like obviously like penis praisal, like I guess like, but just a little weird when like everyone's baiting and someone's like, "Hail penis," and you're like, "Work, sis."
Hail penis.
Yeah, no, there's like definitely this like dare I say like penis hierarchy of like, I don't know, it's so weird. It is so weird. And I feel like I have been enjoying it / also studying it because I'm like, this is like,
how I feel about like even going to that party. Like I had a great time spanking that guy, but I'm also like
weird.
Like I love the like anthropology behind it. Is that the right word?
Oh my God, absolutely. Yeah, speaking of parties, there is a masturbation party in New York called New York Jack's. And I've been working at this photo studio in Midtown for the longest. And truth be told, I work on the same street. Like the place that they use, like the venue that they use for these sex parties is literally my neighbor at work.
Have you gone?
I always like get out of work and I'm always like, do I go?
Is it the spot on
Yes, God.
No. Dipper's
yeah. Yeah, well, they have bear parties there too.
Yeah, that's what I've been to. And it's this wild place. We'll bleep the name just, because I think here's the other thing is to go back to your point. Some people have been critical of Meatball and I talking about cruising and sniffies because they're like, don't blow up the spot. You know what I mean? And like you were talking about the Marriott and like how now all the kids are going there because you've been like telling the story and posting about it.
Well, it closed during
the bathroom was closed?
I literally tried to sorry, my thing fell out. I tried to do a portrait series there of the toilet in the bathroom. I was going to put floral arrangements in the toilets of that Marriott and photograph them for a zine that I was working on about it was like kind of touching on like public queer sex, like why queers in the first place like had to find places like bathrooms to have sex in because they couldn't have sex anywhere else. So
and your zines are, how many have you released so far?
I don't actually know. I think maybe 8 or 9.
Oh, wow.
But
I bought
they
the
all
most
kind
recent
of
one.
Did you receive it?
No, not yet.
Okay, work.
Wait,
I have shipping tracking. So, yeah, if it doesn't come within this week, let me know. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
She said, okay, work. No, but the point I was trying to make is that you were saying that sometimes people can't really let go on like the gooning session.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of the reason people who like cruising or like sex parties or like public sex or like anonymous is they feel like whatever the facade of their life, I think especially with social media, for people who are performers, for people who are, eye roll here, insert eye roll here, building a brand, when they can have this like fully anonymous experience with a person and they can really sort of let all their guard down, I think they like it. That's why I like going, to that party. And what I love about that party in New York is it's like this really nondescript building. You like go up to the well, maybe I shouldn't say that either. But then you walk in the room.
And you wonder why you have a sty.
And you walk in the room and don't you need to shame me here, Meatball. You walk in the room, the entire room is just a big room with a handful of leather couches and the drapes are closed tight, so it's like sort of dark in there. There is no other function. This isn't someone's apartment that they open up in a couple days. It's like this space is just for different people to throw sex events at. And I just sort of love that it's in the middle of like the bustling metropolis, like up the street from your job.
Yeah, it is. It's been very tempting to go up there. Sometimes I'll like catch an occasional cutie like walking up, and I'll be outside, and I always am like, "What's on the menu tonight?" And they're always like, "Oh, it's a bear party," or like, "Oh, it's like a little masturbation thing." But I've been tempted to go for New York Jack's only because I think like the concept of just like jerking off with a bunch of people like sounds hot. I've done like 1 or 2 sex parties before COVID here that were very like penetrative based, and I don't know if that's necessarily my vibe.
Well, it's hard because everyone is just focused on where the
anal,
who's got the butts and where the dick's going in the anal.
Yeah.
It's hot, don't get me wrong, like love to watch someone getting like pounded out boots, but also I'm like, can't we just like, like be cute and like jerk just our penises
and finger each other?
Well, apparently you're not allowed to, like, at this party, like the spanking party, you can only jerk off. You are apparently not allowed to like touch each other. You can like jerk someone off. You can jerk someone off, but I don't even know if kissing's allowed. I don't think sucking is allowed. Like you can't like just
I wouldn't be there. I love to suck a dick. Now, speaking about sucking dicks, let's move on to our last and final segment. This is Fuck Talk.
We have been doing this for 40 minutes.
Right.
I know,
As
but now
if,
I
like,
want to
this
get a
whole
very
thing-
specific. Don't wink at me. You look like Popeye.
Oh, I'm kind of, because of my eye, I've been kind of making bear face the whole show.
I know. It's really sending
Don't
me,
act
to
like
be
you.
honest.
I'm sure you make bare face at the sex parties all the time.
How?
So you're always
No,
like-
I'm constantly going like that. I'm constantly like trying to see who someone is. Because I have such bad image. Meatball, that is not bare
No,
face.
you know
Whatever
what?
you are
I
doing,
learned how
that
to
looks
do.
like Pat from SNL.
I learned how to do the bear smirk.
How do you
and
do it?
Specifically, it is like going like this, like tucking in both of your lips, and then kind of like moving it to the side. And someone actually told me a bear told me that the bear smirk was invented because these like macho like mask men on Growler wanted to not come off as so serious and wanted to like look, wanted to be like kind of happy looking while also maintaining this like masculine vibe in the photo.
You also have
someone
to furrow your brow, I think.
someone explained that to me and I literally
That
lost
kind
my
of makes
life.
sense. Because it's like, I have to show
Yeah.
personality, but I can't be a sissy.
Right.
I'm a bear.
God forbid I'm smiling and showing you my Brita filter teeth.
It's like a little bit of a Katie Holmes side smile.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Meatball, you said you wanted to tell a really specific fuck talk story.
I didn't say that. I wanted Mother Teresa to tell us one of her famous fuck talk stories.
Well, technically, the cruising story in the Marriott was absolutely a fuck talk. But I don't know. I mean, speaking of like toilets and bathrooms, I do have this one story. Back in the day in Florida when I lived with my family, there was this like 5'2" Santa Claus that I used to hook up with.
Yes, bitch.
And he like lived in some like I guess retirement home scenario in like fucking Pompano Beach, Florida. I don't even know where I was. But when we first originally started hooking up, it would be at like parks and stuff. So we were like getting it on in this park bathroom and we hear a door open and my mans got it together and like ran quickly and moved to the sink while I was still at the urinal with my hard on pointed into the urinal, like pretending like I was peeing. And all of a sudden I hear good morning and I look over and it's a cop who had entered the bathroom. And so I like zip up my boner and move to the sink and I look at this guy in the mirror and I was like, oh my fucking God. Like we would have just been that would have been so bad.
You would have been arrested.
That's
For-
so
Oh my God.
intense.
Love.
Indecent exposure or some shit like that.
Absolutely love.
Wow.
And then you decided, I'm an adult. I live in New York. I'm going to do it again.
I honestly, it's been a moment since I've like done something like that. I think the last time was possibly like a few months ago in the summertime. I like kept revisiting Reese Beach's bathroom, like praying to God someone would cruise me. And this like barefoot man did, and I was like, "You are not wearing shoes in a public bathroom. Why do I think that's so hot?" Yeah, it was just, one of those like buttholes that you eat and then you have a sore throat afterwards. That was the vibe.
Or a pink eye afterwards.
It's a fucking sty. Let's end the show.
All right. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Sloppy Seconds with one of my favorite Brooklyn queens, Mother Teresa. Mother, where can everyone find you?
And order your zine that comes in the mail eventually.
My zine, the zine, Sisterhood of the Traveling Breastplate recently sold out. It was to raise funds for rent balance that we had for COVID, my roommates and I. So I will I think I might be working on another zine, hopefully with Ciro, which is a awesome queer shoe brand in Brooklyn.
Yes, they make heels for big feet.
That is a unspoken secret hush hush NDA
here on the public forum of
where I know, right? No, I think we might be working on one. So stay tuned for that. Y'all can check me at Mother Teresa, which is MTHR TRSA on Instagram. And you can also catch my OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding. You can also catch my scat book. No, I'm kidding. You can also catch me on...
You can catch this tight five.
You can catch me on Bait World at... And yeah, I just want to say thank you for having me. Honestly, it's so crazy that I have like the bear community socialites like interviewing me. It's like so crazy.
Well, I'm not part of the bear
here.
community. Only
Really,
Dipper is.
really, because your growler booking says otherwise, Miss Mary Magdalene.
Oh, she's booked on Growler.
Well, because remember I had to download the Growler to be have the shows.
Uh-huh.
Girl, also, I just need to tell Dipper this. The first time I ever met Miss Meatball, Toto dragged me across the bar and was like, "You got to meet Meatball." And she pulls up with my wrist in her hand and is like, "Meatball, this is my sis from Miami, Mother Teresa." And me and Meatball look at each other, and for some reason, the only thing I could bark out of my mouth was, "We talked on Growler." And Meatball looks at me and goes, "Shots!" and runs to the bar for a shot.
That's an amazing story.
That was our introduction.
Was our first meeting. I feel like my first time meeting you was in Brooklyn at
House of Yes.
That a $3 bill?
House of Yes.
House of Yes. Oh, for the DragCon party.
And I think, Meatball, a lot of our listeners can expect that kind of shots behavior at your party on October 23rd.
October 23rd, Fat Slut. It's been announced. October 23rd, Precinct, my party. It's called Fat Slut. There will be a midnight sexy eating competition. So if you would like to compete, please message me at Spiciest Meatball on Instagram and we can get you signed
Get a flight,
up.
Mother Teresa, because I assume it's an ass-eating competition.
Oh, I haven't decided on the food yet, but it's whoever eats it the sexiest. And we will have a very special fat guest judge.
It should be chili.
No, I don't. It's
Okay,
Precinct. I don't want to make a mess. I'm going to have to clean up
honestly, I'm obsessed with that.
Did you book
Yeah,
Trisha
we also have
Paytas to be the
PJ
guest
performing
judge?
and Cornbread. And we have Go-Go Zaddy. We have Princess Beefcake. We have Avery as one of the Go-Go's. And
all the fat dicks.
Got the biggest dicks on the blocks on my boxes. All right. Thank you so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at Spiciest Meatball, Big Dipper Jelly, or Sloppy Pod. You can follow me on Twitter at FatJagMeatball. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. You can call in with a fuck talk story to 213-536-9180 or email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Goodbye. Doodle-doo-doo. Forever dog. To listen to Sloppy Seconds ad-free and one day early, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Music, editing, and sound design by William Pitt.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.